once again for visiting the original guru of good game. I'm your host, OGZ. And first off, I would like to apologize for last week's live episode. My bad on that one. I really fucked the pooch on that one. I fucked that up big time. Had the wrong inputs going in for the music. I didn't know it was that fucked up till somebody came to me and said, yo, do you hear how this shit sounds? No. Handed me the phone. I heard the music was atrocious. I mean, the vocal parts, me talking, clear, music, fucked up. So I want to apologize for that on the upfront. I'm really, really sorry. My bad. That was my bad. I fucked that up big time. And I appreciate anybody who stick around afterwards, because I can't blame you if you dump my ass from listening after that fiasco. Can't be too mad at you. But if you decide to hang around and stick with me, shit gonna get a lot better, a lot real, a lot live, and a lot more fun. So, in that note, we are gonna kick off today's episode. Welcome to another exciting episode of the original guru of good game. And I am your host, the original guru himself, OGZ. I want to thank you for coming back and listening, and I appreciate all the love and the likes, the shares, and the comments. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you keep giving them. And I appreciate all the subscribes, all the comments, all the likes, all the shares. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And once again, we are going to get into some deep good game vibe shit today. And today's episode, now I know I was supposed to have a different episode, but unfortunately, because of the things that's happening around this country, this shit needs to be said, and I might have to rehash some X episodes or some shit I was kicking about before. So stick with me, bear with me, and hopefully some of this knowledge will spark something in your own brain to make you start thinking of some your things yourself, and we can get some real changes going on in this country, because damn it, we really do need it. All right, so now let's get into this episode and the meat and the heart of it and what it's all about. Now on this episode, it is Peep the Game. And I really mean that. Peep They Game. Because they full of shit and they trying to pull some shit. I've been paying attention to the Orange Idiot. I kind of try to keep up with the Orange Idiot and what the Orange Idiot is about to do, because the Orange Idiot always doing something stupid. I mean, really stupid. And he about to do something stupid again. So we got to keep a check on his ass, because our only motivation right now should be to get his ass out of office as quickly and as efficiently as we possibly can. No bullshitting around, no delays, no let's think about it, maybe it ain't as bad as it seems. Yeah, it is as bad as it seems. It might even be worse than that, because there's a whole lot of bullshit that's being pushed by this administration, a whole lot of truth that is being hid from the public. He lying to us. He lying to us. His entire administration is lying to us. And then you got these Republicans who basically literally just kissing his ass. Whatever he say go, they're doing it. And then they think they doing something righteous or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is with these folks. I know that if you follow the fucking money, everything will be answered and all that shit will come to light. So let's get into this Peep They Game shit, because he trying to run some game on you, and I told y'all that's this whole show's about. Checking that bullshit. no longer getting conned, hoodwinked, bamboozled, or bullshitted by these lying motherfuckers that want to keep running game on you and think that you too stupid to recognize that they running game. I mean, what's the saying go? Game recognizes game. Well, guess what? I recognize all that shit, every bit of it. And it ain't no hard thing to do. It's not that difficult. Anybody can learn to do this. It's not that hard. Some of you may have to be willing to have an open mind and to be able to see things in a more, how they all connected and how we all connected to everything that there is. You might have to open your mind to that, but if you do, I promise you, when you open your mind to that thought, to that train of thinking, you will open up a whole new world that you're going to see shit that you ain't never seen before, and it's going to seem like you just got transported to another dimension because shit ain't going to seem the way it seemed before you opened your mind. All right? So if any of y'all can get with that, get with it. I'll hold some later episodes on how to actually do that. So stick with me because that's going to be later episodes. We're going to get into that. I'm going to help you see these connections and see the underlying bullshit that they running so that you can see it for yourself, and then you can check these motherfuckers before they run bullshit on you. Now, let's get started with Mr. Orange Idiot, and he's going to send in some federal agents to come down there and quell all of this violence that's taking place in these democratically run cities. Man, fuck you. Fuck you and all that bullshit you trying to run up under us. First of all, let's get this shit straight. Everybody keep talking about, oh, the shooting rate is going up. It's an uptick in the shootings that's happening, blah, 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 blah. You know what? That's bullshit. That's not real. Now, I'm not an advocate of violence with guns and killing people and shooting people. To me, that's just straight up bullshit. And you punk motherfuckers need to learn a better way to resolve your issues than going straight to a gun. In my day, you know, when shit popped off, the OGs had a code of honor amongst themselves. So we did not blast on somebody that was from our hood. We only blasted on somebody who was outside the neighborhood, coming in the neighborhood starting shit. You wild, nobody in charge, all over the place, little gangster wannabe motherfuckers. Y'all shooting your own homies in your hood because y'all getting in arguments over dumb shit. And it is dumb shit. Y'all getting arguments over who fucking who smoked whose shit, who hung out at whose crib when they should have been this, that, and the other. That's all bullshit. And when you get a little older, you'll recognize that a lot of that shit that you thought was important was straight up bullshit. Back to the matter at hand about this shooting rate that they popping off, because like I said, I'm not an advocate for any kind of violence, but let's be real here. Before the stay-at-home order kicked in, there was shootings taking place, and I didn't see this orange idiot decide he wanted to send any federal agents to go quell the violence and this, that, and the other before the COVID pandemic kicked off, or before, you know, the mass shootings that was happening under his watch that he basically didn't give a shit about. I mean, we done had shootings at synagogues, we done had shootings at churches, we done had shootings at military bases, we done had motherfuckers shooting up restaurants. Fuck, that was a damn Waffle House motherfucker come with a gun. And if it wasn't for the man in there brave enough to stand up and take that motherfucker out, whole lot of people would have been dead. But do you hear the orange idiot giving him any kind of recognition for doing that? He ain't, don't even talk about it. Ain't even a story he worth even mentioning about. But we supposed to follow this fucker basically to hell, because that's basically where he taking everybody. He trying to walk us barefoot through hell and waving some money in our face and saying, see, if you come with me and follow me to hell, oh, take your shoes off because you can't have no shoes on, I'm going to give you this money. And sadly enough, there is a good percentage of his electorate that is more than willing to go to hell barefoot, as long as they going to get their little bit of chump change, because that's all it is chump change. But back to this murder rate, okay? Now, this is the way I see it. That when we had the stay-at-home order, okay, everything shut down, businesses was closed, restaurants was closed, bars and nightclubs closed, public places where people gathered closed. So there wasn't enough, there's people not out on the street, everybody at home. So nobody's shooting, nobody's snatching purses, nobody's doing shoplifting or petty crimes or even violent crimes or major crimes. Nobody doing nothing because everybody in the house. Then you, infinite wisdom assholes, decided, well, we're going to open up early. We're going to start reopening. We're going to reopen because this is just not working. We want to get back to normal. We're going to reopen. So you fuckers reopen, and the shit that was quailed, that these amount of shootings wouldn't look so severe if they were spread out over the time period that we were in the lockdown. If we weren't in the stay-at-home lockdown order, these amount of shootings would have been spread out over a period of time, and the rate would have stayed the same. It wouldn't have went up. It would have just stayed the same. It is still too high because we shouldn't have anybody shooting or murdering anybody at all. But unfortunately, we do. And that's the reality that we live in this country. But let's get some real shit going on here and peep this bullshit game they trying to run. See, that's a fear tactic. Oh, the murder rate, the shooting rate, the crime rate is skyrocketing. It's 146%. Went up 146%. Yeah, if you comparing it to after the lockdown happened, you damn right it went up high because it dropped significantly from the lockdown and the stay at home. So, that's bullshit that they running to try to get you to believe that this motherfucker is somehow, he gonna come in and he gonna solve all the problems and he's gonna end crime in America and this, that, and the other, when most of the fucking crime that's being committed is by people that follow his ass. I mean, did we not have a white supremacist drive a car through a group of protesters in Charlottesville? Did a lady not lose her life because this asshole ran her over from peaceful protesters? So it's always been peaceful until his white supremacist supporters decide they want to come along and counter protest. Then it devolves into a violent act. Why? Because these motherfuckers constantly want to come up and talk shit and think nobody gonna talk shit back. Then they want to wave their flag in your face and push you and think we ain't gonna push you back. I mean, seriously, this is mutual combat, player. And like they say, you want to beat ass, nigga, you have to bring ass. So bring your ass. If you want to get your ass whooped, bring it. We'll be more than happy to kick the shit out of you. Or you can stay your ass on your side of the street, scream your insults and ignorant facts and wave your fucking Confederate flag and allow us to be on the other side and do the same thing and stay the fuck away from each other. We ain't got to interact with one another. You could have held your fucking rally after we finished ours. Or you could have held your rally first. But no, you wait till you find out we have one, then you motherfuckers want to come out the woodwork and start shit. Then when you get a couple of foot put up in your ass, then all of a sudden the orange idiot wants to get on TV and there were very fine people on both sides. Both sides committed this and that. No, it was peaceful till them motherfuckers came up and started shit. So let's be real on that one and peep that bullshit game, because this is all game they running. Y'all just got to pay attention to it. Because see, this is how they use fear to justify these dictator actions. Oh, these bad black folks and Mexicans, they're going to come, they're going to rob you, they're going to fuck you, and they're going to kill you, and not necessarily in that order. So you better vote for me because I can protect you from these evil blacks and Mexicans. They're coming over the border, and they're going to fuck you and rape you and impregnate your daughter and fuck your son in the ass, and they're going to take your job, and they're going to make you move out of your neighborhood, and they're going to burn down your home. Ain't none of that shit real. Ain't none of that shit happening. Ain't nobody doing that shit.